boys, and we are coming to you live on Sky Sports from the Alexandra Palace, London. This is the Paddy Power World Dance Championship, brought to you by the Professional Dance Corporation. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet the players. Would you please welcome the former Masters champion, Hollywood Chris Dobey!
Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych! Straight up grooving, we can get you grooving. This track's moving, it ain't no hype. Watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic, watch us wreck the mic. Psych! Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Get ready, get steady, and rumble. Get rumble. Let's get ready to rumble. Let's get ready to rumble.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, time to meet the world #1. The winner of 25 PDC titles worldwide, a Grand Slam champion, and the reigning and defending champion of the world. Let loose the bully boy, Michael Smith.
Swagger down the street with your red lips and funky beat. You better hold your head up to the sky. I'm gonna roll with you till the day I die. Hey, swing those hips around. Can't stop, roll back down. My ladies, short, tall, thin or wide, always down and ready to ride. One by one, billion by billion, been holding up half the sky. Raise your hand if you're ready and willing, if you know it's time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Time for a girl on time. Whether you're ready or not. Time for a girl.
Averaged over a ton, came through a bit of a test, to be honest with you, then got a little bit annoyed with the pace of Matters Rasma in a 4-1 win where he averaged around 94, but you imagine the pace will be much more to his liking here tonight, up against Chris Dobey, the Masters champion, who has just had a brilliant year, and to be honest with you, he's been one of the players of the tournament so far. Came through a real thriller with Willie O'Connor averaging 103 before one of the matches of the tournament with Ross Smith yesterday afternoon, where he averaged over 102. 11 previous meetings between these two, and Chris Dobey actually has the better record, 6 wins to Smith's 5. Also won their most recent big TV meeting as well, the last 16 of the World Match Play in July. So who wins this one then? So looking forward to this. For the last time tonight, let's head to Cons and join John Park and Mark Webster.
Explosive start to the last 16. Michael Van Goo, it is our first quarter-finalist. We gave that match to Big Billing, but it was all one-sided. We gave this one a Big Billing, and I expect it to be different. We've had to battle to get here. Michael Smith worked hard in round 1. Chris Dobey's been excellent, particularly against Ross Smith, when Ross Smith rallied back. And Dobey and Smith had previous on the big stage this year. Dobey defeated Michael Smith at the World Match Play 11-7 and only missed 5 darts at doubles. And Chris has been excellent getting to this stage. He's been excellent the last 12 months, and this, we feel, is the first real threat to the reigning champion.
Well, he really is a big threat. I mean, he's a threat to take the actual trophy home and be the champ. He's playing that well, he's throwing that well, but as we saw earlier this evening, sometimes the challenge is doing that round after round after round, and I think Michael might have a little bit of an edge here in that he's coming up off an off match, if you will. So a little more freedom, less expectation.
Emma mentioned it there, and you mentioned at the top of the show, John, the pace is going to suit Michael Smith. He got a bit embroiled in that match. Yes, it was a comfortable scoreline, but he would have particularly enjoyed that game against Madars Razm, would he?
Yeah, well, that's what I was trying to get at, is that you can't really rate the average he had in that game because he just wasn't at ease. And it was a different sort of a match. It was a good win by Michael.
Dobey looking for an early break, and the opportunity's there. And it is an early break. 12-dart breaker throw from Chris Dobey. Statement of intent already from Hollywood. Averaged 103 in round 1, 102 in his second match. Round 2, then round 3. Well, he's hit the ground running here.
Yeah, and as I said, it's really hard to keep that quality going. But he is. And if he runs through the tournament like this, it's the sort of thing where you don't even lose sets. You have to believe Michael Smith will have some answers here. I don't know if he will have a victory here, but he'll have some answers. He's showing a lot of heart, and he can dig out some stuff.
Backs you up there, John. First 180 of the match to the defending champion. Michael Smith, winner here last year. He was runner-up the year before. She's defending a lot of prize money here. Looking for an immediate break back here.
Gets half of his score remaining to leave to Shanghai, or he might go that way again if he gets a chance.
Well, it depends on the first start. If he drops below,
yes.
Michael's a rhythm player. He's not one to move around. He'll stay there. Ooh, that second out really quick. Dobey to hold.
He's trying to find the correct rhythm. He's not rushing necessarily, but he doesn't want to hold back either. And this, he doesn't want to hold back. Chris Dobey on a double 16.
70.
Would have been consecutive legs with 10+ finishes to open the match.
Plenty of space there for Michael Smith. Nowhere near.
40.
This one was really wild from Michael Smith.
Yeah, it was almost out of bounds.
It's a two-leg lead for Dobey. Survived a couple of darts on Michael Smith. Dobey one away from the opening set.
Well, I say this in these situations, you know, it's a very important leg for Michael to hold his throw, if not to end up winning the set, but just to establish himself in the match, not to be just trod upon. Dobey's just having his way at the moment, and he's keeping up and pressurizing Smith here.
134.
Chris Dobey hasn't had a lot of time to think about this tie. He was the final match of the afternoon session yesterday when he beat Ross Smith, and quickly back up there, and quickly picking up the form from yesterday as well.
Although Smith did see a gap open there on that last visit, and wow, what a leg when he really needs it to get himself involved. He's 47 after 9 off the back of his second 180.
Just effortless, isn't it? The both of them.
Well, it looks it, and we know it's not.
Brilliant leg from Michael Smith, particularly after how far away he missed tops in that previous one with an 11-darter to hold throw. And it's Dobey with the advantage of throw for the opening set.
140.
Well, that's always pleasing to see. 107 plays 108, both just around 108 there. Okay, it's 3.5 legs in maybe, but it's actually down a bit from his opening in his last match, Dobey.
It was an incredible start, wasn't it? And he had, I think, 7 darts to go 3 sets to 0 up. It could have been really comfortable.
Yeah, it might have been a record sort of average had he had all his own way. But the fact of it was, after 2 sets, I believe they were both averaging 110 in that match, Ross Smith and Chris Dobey.
Yeah, it was incredible. Chris Dobey rallied to win that match 4-2. And we're just getting used to seeing 10+ averages next to Chris Dobey's name when he's playing.
Well, and by the looks of his opponent's play, he's had to play like this. It's not even an option.
81.
It's not the end of the world, that bad deflection.
54.
He'll be back.
An argument for 25 there with the last start.
Yeah, like you're thinking. Make it a simple one dart, 2 double out.
62.
Now it's under pressure. He might just get the one. He wasn't even sure, but he's made sure.
And it is just the one. For the opening set for Chris Dobey. Set dart has come and gone.
71.
Smith gets the opportunity to level. He takes this, he will then throw for the opening set.
Yeah, it's tops the one at target.
51. Victory requires 16.
I think he was genuinely surprised he missed by that much there.
Well, the opener, he's missed one already. He's not missed again. And 102+ average for Chris Dobey sees him take the opening set here against Michael Smith. Michael's averaging around 107, but not enough in that opener. It's Dobey who leads by a set to 0.
Welcome back, and it's Chris Dobey who's got off to a flying start here. Michael Smith, though, an 11-dart hole to throw in one leg. We've seen a lot of great stuff. Big averages, big scores. But that double 8, that clinch set 1. 3-1 leg score. And going from here, we have Dobey with the throw mark. And is it dangerous times for Michael Smith?
He won't be worried at the minute. Yes, he's dropped the opening set on throw. He'll know he played all right there. Played really well, in fact. 107, and there was 107 average opportunities on doubles. Had a couple at tops that, well, one was really far away, and had a dart to level there. It's for Michael. Be concerned if he drops this set. Get it back level. Apart from losing the set, a few missed doubles, he'd be quite satisfied how he played there, Michael.
Yeah, I did think it was key that he avoided the 3-leg sweep so brilliantly with that 11-dart leg. Just sort of, hello, I'm here, you know, and keeps the opponent wary.
Dobey looks so focused, and not just at this tournament, throughout the year.
58.
Mentioned he's a brilliant start here, winning the Masters, and that was on the back of a quarter-final run here. And then he was straight into the Premier League. He won the opening night, and he's unlucky in the Premier League, wasn't he, John?
Yes, he was. He played very well. But speaking of unlucky, Smith was unlucky for a 180 there. Really poor deflection. Looked almost certain to be going in for the 180. The bottom line, though, for Smith is he might be able to carve a chance, but he needs a big score here.
58.
Couldn't find that treble 19. Dobey's eyes will light up after that first start. Settle for that. Looking to hold in the opening leg of set 2.
And looking for a good setup play. But Dobey, yeah, you're right. He was quite unlucky a lot of times, but I think they were good lessons learned. He took a lot of positives away from his experiences in the Premier League. Double. Well, that hit the outer ring, the outer limits even.
You saw the expression. The release obviously wasn't right there. We saw Michael Smith miss tops by a fair way in the opening set. That was even further, and this is a chance to break for Michael. And he does break. No show of emotion. Big moment in the second set. Smith breaking early.
Yeah, you get the feeling that because they know each other very well and played quite often, but they're both going to feel it's very early days to be starting to show emotion and celebrate. You want to get right down to the nitty-gritty before you're really giving away too much of your feeling.
Sometimes when you don't show a bit of emotion as well, it's just showing your opponent that you just focused on the job and you're not distracted.
Yeah, and Chris really isn't much of one for celebrations in any case. Certainly Michael will give a bit more here and there, but also not the most exuberant. I think when this match winds down, I think we will see some very big emotion from at least one of them, maybe both.
When you're in the opening couple of sets, you know you're quite far away from winning. It's when it gets to the business end. You're right, John, that's when emotion comes through.
And this set's shaping up to be the opposite of the previous set, where Michael will be looking for a break, perhaps, to sweep the set, and Dobey will be trying to prevent it.
Yeah, of course. And most likely the match so far for Chris. Yeah, raised eyebrows there.
Yeah, he'd like to see the next leg starting, even if he does lose here. Tops, and it's in, and that is 2-0. So his first ton plus outshot 114 is a holded throw. Now he's attacking to try and sweep set 2.
Good response in his second set from the world champion. Couple of 15 dart legs. Sees Michael Smith on the brink of leveling up at one set apiece. Got a bit of fortune in the opening leg. Dobey missing a couple. Smith looks good.
Well, at this stage, it's Smith who's keeping the lofty numbers average-wise. A significant dip here for Chris. Well, that'll help.
420.
Chasing a 25 to leave a finish. Five, the treble 18. Dobey, minimum requirement will be make Michael Smith throw for the set. Let him clean sweep through set 2, and that's a brilliant setup for Dobey to lead double 6.
Yeah, so this really is the opposite of set 1 so far. Double 6, and that's truly hit, and Smith will be hoping that it continues to mirror set 1.
3-1. Dobey won the opener. Michael Smith throwing to win this set 3-1. Winner of this match will face the winner of the Rob Cross and Johnny Clayton match. It's on tomorrow afternoon.
And that's a tricky match. Two very different styles, but potent there. And the winner of this and the winner of that, that's guaranteed fun.
Generally is the case. These big ties keep coming as we get to the latter stage of the World Championship. Both players came through in the last 16 last year in some good performances. Michael Smith beat Cullen 4-1. A great view of the second match for Chris Dobey in the match. Quickly followed by Michael Smith. 4 in total, 3-1 in favour to Michael Smith. That was Dobey's first, in fact.
Yeah, they're dancing now.
58, Michael requires 73.
It's Smith with the lead. Tops for set 2. No. That is a squandered opportunity.
You said it mirrors set 1, and that kind of does there, because he had one dart send it all the way. Dobey's opportunity. Key moment this, because Dobey'd have the darts, and he pins the double 8. And all of a sudden, Chris Dobey is favourite for the set. Smith led 2-0, he's been pegged back.
Yeah, he's going to need a big effort here in this leg. Well, Dobey's going to hope that he needs a big effort. He's not really out of the blocks.
58.
I mentioned Smith beating Cullen in this round last year. Dobey putting a brilliant performance to defeat Rob Cross in the last 16 in this round last year, having beaten Gary Anderson the previous round. It was really coming of age for Chris Dobey this tournament last year.
58.
There's a little dip in the averages there from set 1 to 2. The averages don't matter any at all. It says leg 5, these fifth legs, the set legs.
These are the nervy ones. These are the difference.
140.
Dobey would have expected a lot. There was a lot of room in the bed. But edges himself in front.
134.
Still anybody's. Now Chris to defend here. He needs to finish in 6 darts, but that idea is quickly out the window. Smith's done enough work to put himself in the position to do it, but you got to use the position.
37.
Yes, he's left to finish. But that's a poor visit from Michael. You were just saying, John, he put himself in a position to apply some pressure on Chris Dobey. Well, it looks like if he's going to win this set, Michael, he's going to have to do it with the biggest finish of them all.
29. Michael 107.
Oh, why not?
Good should have gone 57.
2-set lead for Dobey. Huge moment. Huge moment for Dobey. And he's up to the task, and he has a 2-set lead. Still no reaction from Dobey, but he's halfway to the quarterfinals. Smith led 2 legs to 0 in that set, but it's Dobey who wraps it up with 3 consecutive legs, and he leads the world champion by 2 sets to 0. Trouble, 2 sets to 0 down to Chris Dobey. And there we see the reaction of Hollywood as he pins that tops to send himself halfway to the quarterfinals for the 2nd consecutive year. Plenty for Michael Smith to ponder. Had opportunities in that set. He led 2 legs to 0, but was pegged back. He's averaging more than Chris Dobey. Had more 180s. But as Dobey's been more clinical, John, and Michael Smith had 1 set dart in that set. He had a dart to take it to 2-all in the opening set. Dobey just a little bit neat and tidy at the back end of legs, and Michael Smith has to bounce back, you feel, in this set now.
Yes, that's true, but Dobey will be wary because you remember in the last round, which is the same format, he also had a 2-set to 0 lead over a player who was playing even better in Ross Smith, average-wise, than Michael is now, and he ended up being 2-2. So Chris is going to do whatever he can to avoid that result again.
Of course, the objective is win the game as comfortably as you can. Chris Dobey's 2-0 up, he wants to win 4-0. But he'll expect a backlash from Michael Smith.
I think that Dobey's previous match experience works to the detriment of Michael Smith's chances of pulling it off, just because he'll be so aware that it's a possibility.
56.
Chris Dobey went to the quarterfinals last year, was well beaten. Returning here, better equipped, a better player, on course to be in the top 16 for the first time in his career. I think even he'll admit it's taken too long because he is that good. Not a minute. Yes, he's 2-0 up, but he's 2-0 up on the world champion and world number 1. Michael Smith will fire back at some point. He'll find a little patch, and it's whether Dobey's got the answers.
170.
Great first dart. So wide open, and he does find the other side. So the bullseye.
145.
Michael Smith dodged one there.
115.
Still got a bit of work to do, John. He's had a 114 in the match. One better.
75.
Just the wrong side.
Richard requires
This
25.
is to strike first in set 3 against the darts as well for Dobey.
Yeah, caused some real havoc. Double A. That's awkward. He'll go to the right just to get an open lane right into that double. And it certainly was straight down that line. The little moves at the Aki aren't talked about enough. I mean, they really can make a dart throw and so much easier.
Yeah, go into it, give yourself the best chance. It's quite hard skill as well, isn't it? Moving along the Aki and finding a target.
It's a great skill to develop well. You're quite right, though. Some people are very uncomfortable with it.
Can end up going too far over, missing the target completely. Dobey did it well there. Back comes Smith again.
Yeah, it was only a minor little shift, but it just changed the look and it made it that appealing to him.
77.
Best leg so far from Chris here. 9 darts thrown and still in the 300s.
97. Six. Michael Hugon, 107.
Well then, incredible visit for Dobey. Leaves one anyway. Really asks a question of Michael. Forces the last. That's a brilliant visit again, John. Just shuffle into the left and go into the opening bed.
Well, he's been so close on the last couple of high outshot attempts, and Dobey hasn't let him back. Will he let him back this time? It's not looking like it.
Used this similar guide to win set 2, and he uses it again to give himself a 2-leg lead in set 3. There's been opportunities for Michael Smith, but it's Chris Dobey who's taken them.
Well, and the way it's going with kind of all Dobey's way right now, he's kind of like 4 legs away from this match being over, which should be concerning to Michael right now. He needs to get some kind of response going right now. I don't think it's good enough just to lose the set 3-0 here.
9 darts thrown in that previous leg, and Dobey was on 300. It's a big trick miss for Michael Smith to get a break there.
Yeah, from 170 to hit 41 to leave 129. Although he missed it on the wire on the bull, but still, it didn't project the right image to the opponent there.
Yeah, the damage was done in the previous visit. You're right, John. Set up not good, and 129 is awkward, isn't it? Yes, he got the dart of the ball, and it wasn't far off. Dobey stays straight, minimum a dart of ball for a 3-set lead here.
As always, looking very composed. Very, very. Double 18, and it's 3-0. I mean, we can't figure these games out, can we? We were expecting 2 7-set games tonight in these first 2 top 16 ties, and what we've gotten are rollover so far.
Well, if we get a 7-setter here, we're going to see some real drama. Michael Smith is averaging up to 101, just hasn't been taking his opportunities. 7 darts missed at doubles.
It's not been a good evening for St. Helens so far.
It certainly hasn't. And at the match play, Chris Dobey beat Michael Smith 11-7. And was 11 from 16 on doubles. He took his opportunities there, and he's taken his opportunities here so far.
doesn't even need to break a throw here, Dobey, to wrap up the match 4-0.
Couple of treble 19s.
Yeah. I wouldn't even mind throwing at the 25 right to start. Yep, 75 left, treble 17. Leaves 24.
We called it in, John, and it was a brilliant setup. Hang about. Oh, what a shot this would be for Michael. Oh, brilliant for Michael Smith. He's been knocking on the door. He's been getting opportunities. He takes one, acknowledged by Chris Dobey. What an important moment that could be. Dobey was waiting on 24. Smith grabs a break at the beginning of the fourth set.
Six.
There was a bit of a lull in the performance from Dobey. Set 2 perhaps, maybe a bit in set 3, but it's been very machine-like to rectify that, almost back up to 100 average in the match. Michael over 100, but really it's irrelevant.
The key point to what you just said, John, is when he had that low, he still won the set. And he's had his little dip, Chris Dobey, he's found a way.
31.
Yes, Smith was unable to emphasize his better play in terms of actual scoring and numbers. The best play is the timing and to win sets.
19, and again Chris Dobey is leaving a double, and again it's a huge ask for Michael Smith. He was up to it in leg 1 with a 140. This is more awkward, you can't stay on the same target.
And the real damage in this is the break straight back, which gives Dobey full control of the set again if he gets his tops, and that is so easy to follow, I would have thought.
And doing it well in the match already. He's done it again there. Break straight back. Smith knows how close he is to the exit here.
Yeah, he needs to manufacture another 12-dart break of throw just to be sure. And even then you can't be sure against Dobey.
Dobey 2 holds a throw, and back-to-back quarter-finals at the World Championship.
Oh, needs them all. That was a bit harsh. You feel like if the second had stayed online and the third would have maybe fell, you know, it's just one dart takes you out of a turn.
I've said it a few times in the past, a big turning point for Chris Dobey. The match play, not this year, the year before, when he was 8-2 up on Rob Cross. He came out and fronted up and said he bottled that game, and he said it wouldn't happen again. And he's now made of sterner stuff, illustrated by his run over the last 12 months and what he's doing here, and he's one leg away. This is brilliant from Chris Dobey. No one expected this. He's on the brink of a 4-0 victory against the defending champion.
Yeah, it's not that we didn't, or people didn't expect a victory out of him, but in this manner against this opponent. And he just answers the 180s and he brushes aside the relevance of Michael Smith in that.
He hasn't given Michael Smith a leg off at a moment where Michael can feel comfortable. Even when Michael led 2 legs to nil in set 2, Dobey came back at him. Little smile there from Dobey. Look at the focus, couple of treble 19s.
Well, Michael can still hang on here, but he can't afford that sort of dart. Well, he needed every bit of that. Every bit of that comeback from the 5.
He went for the lot. This may be to keep hold of his title, to keep himself in the tournament. He's got ball left to stay in.
66.
And
Measuring wire 62.
match that incoming you feel for Chris Dobey, minimum one.
But it's double 16 to wrap it up.
Game.
And it is right in the heart of it. Chris Dobey, what a fantastic performance. He was getting outscored, perhaps, out-averaged, but he wanted all the sets, and absolutely wonderful performance there. Chris Dobey has got to be so pleased, further than he's ever been.
What a performance from Chris Dobey. His tournament average, 3 matches played, he's averaging up towards 103. He's taken the world champion apart. Michael Smith averaged 102.5. He had no answers for Chris Dobey. His title reign ends and Michael Smith will come again. But for Chris Dobey, he's into the quarterfinals yet again. He's a better player, he's more experienced, and he made that look really comfortable. He will face the winner of Rob Cross or Johnny Clayton in the next round. He beat Rob Cross on this stage last year, and there's the stats from the game.
Yeah, look at those averages, almost identical in the end, and that's Dobey just elevating as the match progressed towards its conclusion, and just fantastic stuff, really. I mean, a 140 out, a moment of brilliance for Michael Smith, but it was nowhere near enough to stop the Dobey machine moving forward. And we now join Paulie, who's talking to Chris.
The reigning world champion is out at the hands of you, Chris Dobey. You could have showed him some mercy.
I told you earlier, didn't I? No, to be honest, he missed a lot of doubles and let me in. I didn't feel too good up here tonight. I was a bit nervy, maybe obviously playing another good friend, but on the biggest stage of them all, him being world #1 world champion, I think the occasion got to us a little bit, and I just kept me calm and battled through.
Well, I was going to say, because you look quite comfortable, but you didn't feel it at all, did you?
Nah, honestly, my scoring wasn't there. He was banging in 180s for fun early doors, and I thought, I'm going to have to wake up. He missed a couple of darts. I think me doubling helped us tonight, and yeah, I'm in another quarter-final.
How special does that win feel, though, that knocking out the world champion?
Yeah, obviously it's a great feeling, but we've had many battles. Like I said in previous interviews, he's battered me numerous times. It's just nice to get another one back on him, and he'll come back from that. Obviously he's bigger and better than that, and everybody knows it, and I'm not looking forward to the next time I play him, that's for sure.
I know he's going to want to have some revenge for that one. Does the belief to win this entire thing for you feel stronger than ever now?
Yeah, definitely. I've said to many people who's asked, do you think you can win it? And I wouldn't have turned up here at the start of the competition if I didn't believe I could win it. And yeah, I'm still in, and yeah, hey, who knows?
I know that your family is back at home. You've just had that little baby boy. Have you got a message for them back at home into the quarterfinals?
Yeah, I'm going to be here for a lot longer, so I'll see you in a bit.
Yeah, unfortunately your other half will have to do the sleepless nights, and you can stay here. Well done, Chris Dobey, ladies and gents.
I think she'll be all right with that. I'll see you in a bit. Yeah, you will. The reigning champ is out then. We're going to have a different winner this year. Chris Dobey, meanwhile, for the second year.